So, let's continue our discussion on how infinite intelligence connects with and operates in your body. Hi, I'm Rev Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. Excuse me. So, as I explained yesterday, I want to expand our knowledge of how we interact with the forces of infinite intelligence because it helps us to know how infinite intelligence interacts directly with our bodies. The primary connections with infinite intelligence are found in the energy centers at locations that correspond to certain major organs and the nerve bundles in our body. In the Eastern spiritual teachings, these energy centers are called chakras, which in Sanskrit means disc or wheel because that they're spinning like a wheel or a disc. Another way to look at them is you can call them vortex. They're vortex centers. So anyway, these energy centers interact with the physical body through two major vehicles, the endocrine system and the nervous system. Each of the seven main energy centers, there are seven of them, plus one, are associated with one of the seven endocrine glands, and in one case, with a particular group of nerves called a plexus. And because of this correspondence, each of these energy centers can be associated with particular parts of the body and particular functions within the body that are controlled by that endocrine gland or that plexus. So viewed from the rear of the body, you will be able to see that these centers line up vertically along the spine. As I said, there are seven of them located within the body, and there's an additional one that's located 40 centimeters above the body, which is about 16 inches. So over this 4-day period now, we're examining each of the centers and their functions individually. Now, yesterday we started with the first two centers, which was the root center and the sacral center. And today we're going to move on to 3 and 4. But just as a recap, let's talk about the locations of each of those centers. By the way, please click on the thumbs up button below. And if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. And remember, I would love to hear your comments, thoughts, and questions. So please use the chat box to your right or the comment section below the video. So we're going to go over the locations of these energy centers in the body. First is the root, which is located at the base of the spine. Second, or the sacral, is located 2 inches below the navel. Then the third, or solar plexus, is located above the navel and just below the chest. The fourth is the heart energy center, located in the chest at around the area of the heart. The fifth is the throat vortex, located at the throat. The sixth or third eye can be found just above the bridge of the nose on the forehead. And the seventh, or the crown, sits right atop of the head. And the eighth, or the soul star vortex, floats about 40 centimeters above the head. Okay, so we got the locations of them. Let's talk about numbers 3 and 4 today. All right, the third center is called the solar plexus energy center. It's located in the stomach area just above the navel. Now, the solar plexus energy center governs the stomach, upper intestine, upper back, and upper spine. The solar plexus itself is a significant location because in the body, physically in the body, the solar plexus right here above the navel is where two significant bundles of nerves share a location. So they're here sitting together in this this section of the body, and from that area they radiate out hundreds of nerve pathways in all directions throughout the body. That's why it's called the solar plexus, because it resembles the sun, sending out rays in all directions from a very vulnerable location. vulnerable, central and vulnerable. It's vulnerable because there's so many nerves connected in that, concentrated in that one area. It is packed with nerves, just all bundled up and radiating outward from there. So as any of you know who've been hit there, when you are hit there in the solar plexus, it is disabling because there is so much pain. The pain is so intense because all these nerves are being hit at once. The solar plexus. All right, so this energy center over the solar plexus might be called the seat of your personality. It is identified with your will, your personal power, your decision-making, your expression of authority, taking responsibility, taking control, your self-confidence. It's here in the solar plexus energy center where you really feel it when your authority is challenged or you feel powerless. You really feel it in this area. I can remember during the period when I was homeless, my solar plexus was always in a state of discomfort. It was always churning. It was always sensitive, really sensitive and just so uncomfortable because I was powerless. I didn't have a home. I didn't have a job. I didn't know what to do. And so my authority and my power were depressed and heavily challenged. So this energy center is all about asserting yourself. And when it's open, when this center is open and in balance, you feel in control. You have self-esteem. You have confidence. On the other hand, when this center is out of balance and it's underactive, you tend to be passive, indecisive, unsure of yourself. You're probably timid, and you have a hard time getting what you want. On the opposite side of that coin, if this energy center is out of balance and it's overactive, it's really churning out energy, the power button is turned on to max, and you'll tend to be domineering and probably aggressive, and those around you will see you as a bully. So the solar plexus energy center is most commonly represented as vibrating in the color of yellow, which I find interesting because the term used to disparage cowards is that they are yellow. You're a yellow belly. Yellow belly, which refers directly to their solar plexus energy center not functioning properly. Okay. So that's the solar plexus energy center. Now on to our next energy center, which is the fourth, and it's known as the heart energy center. It's located in the chest, right over the heart, and it governs the heart and lungs, blood, and circulation. This organ is associated, or this center is associated with the thymus gland. And the thymus gland is sitting right in front of the heart, and it powers the immune system. It's where T cells are created. And T cells, white cells, are created within the body to protect. Their job is to protect our bodies from disease. I remember it was when the AIDS epidemic was in full swing. Everybody was talking about the T cell count. That is the white cell count. That was the one that was supposed to be protecting him. And when the T cell count was too low, people would get sick and die. So the heart energy center is sometimes referred to as the rainbow bridge because it's the connection between the lower energy centers, which control our experience on the physical plane, and the upper energy centers, which begin to take us into the spiritual realm. The heart energy center is the seat of compassion, love, group consciousness, spirituality. So when it's open and in balance, you can express love, compassion, kindness, affection. You can build harmonious relationship. But on the other side, when this center is out of balance and it is underactive, you can come off as cold, distant, selfish, unsympathetic, and uncaring. But then on the opposite side of that, if this center is out of balance and overactive, you can be suffocating with your love and caring to the point you're overbearing and you're imprisoning in your affection because you just love so much that you can't let go. Now the color associated with this energy center is green. And green is often the color that's associated with healing. And green is very definitely the color associated with nature and growth and beauty. So that's our two for today, the third and the fourth. The third being the solar plexus, your seat of authority. The fourth being the heart, your seat of love, compassion, kindness. So what's the point of talking about these energy centers? Well, as I told you yesterday, it's the power of knowledge. So by learning about these energy centers and how they affect your personality and your body, you can begin to gain confidence in your relationship with yourself as well as with infinite intelligence. You gain confidence because you can begin to understand where certain reactions are coming from, the needs of where they're coming from, on the level of spiritual energy. You know what part of you is actually in motion, and because of that kind of knowledge, you can gain better control of yourself, because you know what's going on, and as you work to elevate your consciousness to the level of becoming a spiritual warrior, and that's what we're working to become, a spiritual warrior. Because it is the spiritual warriors who are going to take this world to another level, who are going to save the world. Heavy duty, I know, but that's what it is. So, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. Thank you for bringing all of us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who and what we really are. We open our minds and our hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Please click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. You know I love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your questions. So please put them in the chat box on the right or the comment section below. I look forward to reading them. I am Rev Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind.